Tuesday morning, April 2nd, on this another beautiful but cloudy day. But hey, it's the second day in April, so why not? As y'all have known, we're continuing rolling on with our spring theme related transportation safety of our season 3, which will co-host Firefighter Tiger with his always lovely, happy co-host Medic Dog.
What is up, everyone? Enjoy the nice day, even though it's going to be cloudy and a little bit rainy, but it's still a nice day, the day after April Fool's Day.
Yeah, so hopefully y'all had a good April Fool's Day. Good April Fool's Day weather. Hopefully when y'all are tuning in, hopefully we'll have some sunshine out there on Friday when you're all listening in on this. So, yippee. But in the meantime, Tuesday, April 2nd, it is still a little bit cloudy for all of us here on the day of the recording. But anywho, weather aside, let's get rolling on in with our sixth episode.
Yeah, sixth episode.
And no, folks, that's not a fool's joke. We are not doing April Fool's joke on this podcast. Absolutely not. Not today. Not today. Never, never, never.
It is not happening.
So, but anywho, we're going to get rolling on. And when I say rolling on, we're going on out to the baseball stadium because, yes, it is the start of the baseball season.
Charge!
Yeah. So hopefully y'all are enjoying. Hopefully y'all got your favorite teams out there. I know mine are the Chicago Cubs for the United States. I don't know about my co-host.
And mine is the New York Yankees, also from the United States.
Yeah, yeah. 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 So, anywho, we're going to get on with it because in this episode, our sixth episode, we are going to highlight some safety rules while you're enjoying the time at the baseball stadium. Because why not? Because we all want you all to be safe because, like it is, transportation does not just mean the fact of being on the roads, but also enjoys the parking lot too. So why not get into it? Starting off, we're all going to the baseball game. So yay! This is just a hypothetical scenario. We're going to play it off. So please enjoy. So the game's at 7 o'clock, and you're getting ready and everything. The game's at 7 at the Chicago Airlines baseball stadium. That's all fictional, folks. Just play along with it.
It's actually called Wrigley Field.
I was hypothetically speaking.
Oh, okay, yeah. Then that sounds good.
So the game starts at 7 o'clock, and guess what? You are about 2 miles. We're 2 miles down from the road, but guess what? It is best to arrive early because that way you get a good parking spot. And this also helps you to avoid any rush crowds because, like it is, we all know, we all go to the baseball stadium and there's always crowds because people decide to, I'm going to the baseball game, and decide to arrive a little bit later and yada, yada, yada. So
plus, also, you also get to be there for the national anthem.
Oh, yes. But anywho, so arrive early. This can help you avoid any rush crowds and the potential for pushing, shoving, or violence perpetrated by frustrated fans trying to get to their seats. We all seen it because all of us have probably been to a stadium at one sporting event or another because, like it is, we have all kinds of stadiums. We have baseball, football, soccer, hockey, you name it. There's
basketball.
Right, you name it. There's probably a stadium for it. So
even the Olympics.
Right, but we'll get to the Olympics.
Yeah.
Never.
Yeah.
But anywho, also too, so you're at the stadium. You got there early. You got in and everything. Now the next thing is the best way to look at it is learn the rules of the stadium and follow them. This includes instructions regarding stairs, guardrails, glass containers, and alcohol. Please, before you do go to the stadium, please make sure you double check their sites at the stadium because different stadiums do have different rules. Most stadiums that I know of in the area I've been to have basically banned alcohol from being brought in because there are concession stands inside the stadium where you can consume alcohol, but a lot of stadiums are trying to not allow outside food and beverages to come into the stadium to limit on trash and everything else because why not? There's a concession stand. Why do you need to bring your own food, right?
Exactly.
So, and then also, too, in case of an emergency, you know what to do in case of an emergency because you will be directed by the stadium staff in case of any emergencies or evacuation. If you do not know any of those procedures, please always feel free to always alert a stadium staff member or security personnel if there's any questions or if there's any issues that arise while you're at the stadium. such as please do not leave any unattended baggage because just like the airports and train stations, they will be seized, searched, and possibly be taken out for everybody's safety. And speaking of safety, here's another good piece of advice I think my co-host Medigog would want to talk about. It goes about when you're with a group trip. What do you do when you're in a group?
When you're in a group, you want to always stay together because it is very easy to be separated from your group.
Right, because like it is a sound advice at all times, even outside of the stadium environment. Muggers, rapists, or other assailants are less likely to approach a group of people than they are to assault someone who is alone. Always walk with at least one other person or more. That's why half the time, usually, I would say if you're going out at night, make sure you do have somebody with you. Otherwise, make sure you do have your cell phone on hand in case you need to contact the local authorities. Because like it is when you call 911, there is GPS tracked in your cell phones. And speaking of nighttime walking, avoid the shadows. Because you always feel safer walking in well-lit areas where you can see everything around you and others can see you. If you do walk in shadows, it is very hard to see you, let alone also too, please don't wear black clothes at night. It is very hard, especially if you're going to be walking in the shadows. Please don't wear black clothes or walk in shadows because otherwise you're going to get possibly hit because the motorist is going to tell the officer, I did not see them. Which is very true because even on an everyday sidewalk at night when people are wearing black clothing, A, it looks creepy, and B, the motorist did not see you. Which the officer's just going to go, well, I agree with the motorist anyway, so. Anywho, moving on, back at the baseball stadium because we're punting?
Yes.
Not punting, hitting.
Because the season is just getting started.
Right, so we're heading on out there. Ha ha ha. Be familiar with your environment. When you enter the stadium, look to see where the exits are. Know where security personnel are stationed, which in this case, most stadiums usually security personnel are going to be at every entrance and exits because they're going to probably be the ones checking you in, checking your tickets. While the stadium staff are already inside, security will probably be checking your bags, luggage, and everything else in between. Also, too, folks, when you do go to a stadium, speaking of security, please make sure you do have your bags open and available while you're standing in line, especially if there is a long line. Make sure you do have your bag open and ready to prepare for searching because all stadiums now are, especially now as we're going into the later 21st century, now are being required now to have all bags searched, along with a few other things as well. Not because they're trying to be nosy, but they're trying to be safe. They're always on alert for anything that is suspicious, along with the fact that we want to make sure the stadium's safe, you're safe, everybody around you is safe, everybody's safe in a stadium. And in case you need them later, or in short, just have an exit plan just in case something unexpected occurs. Basically, what this comes down to is know where your exits are and know where the closest exit is. That way, in case you need to get out, you go to the closest exit instead of trying to be lost in a maze because like it is, a lot of stadiums are different. Not one stadium is the same as everybody else's. I'm going to repeat that again. Not every one stadium is the same because there are unique shapes and designs for every stadium because given the geographical location, along with the location of where the stadium is. Also, too, leave in an orderly fashion. That does not mean panic chase out of the stadium unless there's an emergency. Please do not panic when you're leaving. Even though a lot of people say in case of an emergency, please leave in an orderly fashion. That means calmly and quickly exit the stadium or building. Don't panic rush out. But then again, people are just basically going to panic, and like it is, everybody's just going to panic anyway, so why not? But please do it in a calm and orderly fashion, though, when you're panicking. Have your keys at hand so that you can enter your vehicle quickly. Stadiums can be among the most enjoyable venues on the planet, providing the ideal location for exciting sporting events, musical presentations, and many other forms of entertainment. The key to properly enjoying any stadium event is to remember to be mindful of safety at all times. Also, too, I'm going to highlight this because I probably have listened to stories or read on the news like everybody else here. But when you are leaving your vehicle, please make sure you are secure your vehicles and secure any personal items in your car before leaving your car unattended. That basically means make sure you take your wallet, keys, cell phones, jewelry, anything that you need for the stadium. Please take it with you. Otherwise, please keep it out of sight at all times because, yes, while the stadium is good and there's a lot of lighting, most stadiums I don't think have security patrolling the parking lots. Some do, some don't. It depends on the stadium. But also, too, a lot of cars unattended usually are also key targets for people to break into. And that, so make sure you keep valuables out of sight at all times, which usually you should be doing that anyways when you're parking your car somewhere. But a stadium is also a great place to double check that because it's a large parking lot. You have many cars. Things could possibly go wrong, so make sure you have your valuables with you at all times. Also, too, and yes, I know I say this in every episode lately, but I'm going to repeat this again. If you're at the stadium, please also know your limits because a lot of stadiums, don't know how many exact, but there are plenty of stadiums that do have alcohol. If you do feel drunk, please don't drink and drive because it's not good for you. Yes, I know people are going to say, "Oh, well, this is the third time he's saying that." Yeah. I get the fact you're probably getting tired of it, but it's because I don't like it when people are drinking and driving. It's not good for drinking and driving. It impairs your vision. And it's very not safe for you or for any of your passengers inside your vehicle or motor vehicle, as I'm going to say, because everything has motors now.
It is also illegal.
Well, yeah, it's also illegal too. If you don't know that, well, then why are you even driving anyways? But then, like it is, I'm going to rephrase from a good video I have watched on YouTube. If you got your driver's, if you're drinking and driving, why? If you have a driver's license, you should know. Simple as that.
Yeah, very simple.
If you got the question right about is it illegal to drink and drive, and you passed that, then why are you drinking and driving? Sorry, I'm just playing that off from a funny flight attendant video. Please don't be mean. But playing it off like that. So basically, if you go to a stadium with your kids, why? If your kids are screaming, why? Like if you're going to enjoy a good game, yes, everybody's gonna be going, yay, my team's winning, woo, yay, okay, woo. But please also, and I'm going to say this because even though I know this doesn't happen until the end of the season, but with the World Series, please don't riot after the fact of if your team wins the baseball match at the end of the season, please don't riot. Please, you just destroy property. That's not good for you or the town or the community you're in. It's just going to cause problems. That's
and
all.
Possibly get you arrested.
Right, along with everybody else. And plus, if that person next to you if you're literally going to be rioting with the person next to you, why? If you're going to jail tonight, why?
These are things you gotta consider.
Right. We all want you to enjoy a good, safe, fun game and that. And also, too, if your team is losing, please respectfully boo respectfully. Don't be rude to other people and that and everything else.
Because some stadiums have local authorities in them, so you can get arrested while you're in the stadium if you are breaking the law.
So, anywho, you're going out to the stadium, yay! If you do decide to, please form an orderly fashion line at the when you're going to get your tickets. Please form an orderly fashion line because it's just going to get so confusing if there's a crowd of people standing around not knowing, like, okay, are we in the line or not? So anywho, any other advice about baseball stadiums?
Yeah, just one thing. Also be alert for foul balls and or other fragments such as bats, gear, or anything else that can leave the field and enter the stands at any point
Right.
during the game.
Also, too, please, as I almost go and break my throat in the process there. But please, if you're going to be stupid, why are you at the stadium? If you're going to play something stupid, why are you at the baseball stadium? These are questions that y'all got to think about because there have been people that have been stupid enough to do it. Also, too, please make sure you are wearing clothes. I understand the fact that people wanting to wear the body paint and everything else, like we've all seen in the news at the stadiums, and I know I think it was basketball. Some basketball games had that.
Yeah.
With it and all that. I know hockey, I think, might have had it. But
I think
really,
football also has had it.
A lot of sports have it. But please, wear clothes. I don't think I get the fact, yeah, you're rooting for your home team and everything. I get that. But you also are kind of being distracted to your fellow patrons, as they are called in the stadiums. And you could be possibly rude to them. And maybe asked to leave. So please be appropriate. These are just a few safety tips for not only yourself, but also for people around you as well.
Also, another thing, if your team that you're rooting for is batting, whether they're the home team or the away team, please do not take a baseball or any other items and chuck it at the player.
Or the refs, because a lot of refs have been getting hurt lately, as we have all read on the MLB's website, because there have been reports of it. So, and also, too, I'm going to highlight this because why not? Because the news does, and I'm stealing from the news. Because why not? The news is everything where we all want to go. Give me the weather, please. I need the weather.
Yes.
My fun weather joke at the news. But traffic alerts. If the news is reporting the fact of if at a baseball stadium, like I'm going to use this as an example, the Hartford Yardgoats, awesome baseball team in the state of Connecticut,
AA affiliate of the Colorado Rockies.
Yep. Also, so when they're in when they're at their home stadium playing, and the news goes on about traffic alerts around the stadiums, if there are road closures around the stadium, please pay attention. Because they're trying to control traffic so everybody is safe. Because especially on opening nights at a lot of baseball stadiums, it does get out of hand with traffic concerns. Because they want motorists to be safe along with pedestrians. Because different stadiums also have parking lots that are either right at the stadium, or pedestrians have to cross the street, and they want people to be safe while crossing the street. So a lot of local communities will shut roads down near the stadiums for the safety of people going to the stadium. Not because they want to interrupt your traffic flow, because why not? Am I right, Mad Dog?
Yeah, at Yankee Stadium, you have to cross the street to get to the stadium.
Right. Also, too, speaking of transportation to the stadiums, if you feel like you're going to the baseball game, because I think Yankee Stadium has this, if you don't feel like going to New York in your car because you can't find a place to park, no worries. Take the train. There are a lot of
yes.
trains. Amtrak's have trains going to stadiums. Check Amtrak's for Pacific routes. The Long Island Railroad on Long Island, along with Metro North trains, do have trains running to the stadiums. So please check it. They're good alternatives, because that way, if you feel like you want to go to the stadium but you don't want to drive, take public transit. There are trains and buses going to stadiums a lot. So just check out your local train maps, and always too check out Amtrak, because Amtrak can get you good places.
There is a train that actually goes to Yankee Stadium.
Isn't it the
Yankee Clipper?
Yeah, which is I think the L train.
Yeah, you can pick it up anywhere in Connecticut.
So, but folks, please, if you can, check out your local public transit maps for guidelines and details on which trains are going to the stadiums and that. And also, too, might save you a couple bucks, too, because that way it saves you on gas. Saves you on gas, saves you on frustration. Heck, it even saves you from blowing the horn at somebody to move them.
Yeah, and plus, if you're going to drink, you don't have to worry about driving.
Right, because guess what? You drink, it's best for somebody else to drive you. Either way, you're going to get that ticket from the local fuzz.
Yes, exactly.
Also, too, so now we're at the stadium, everything's going good and everything. Please, also, too, at halftime, please do not shove, push, kick, harass other people when at halftime. Also, too, because, yes, everybody's leaving the stadium to go to the concession stands during halftime because that's a great time to go get refueled and everything, and also use the bathroom, too. Please don't shove, kick, or push everybody out of the way. Also, too, I know this has nothing to do with transportation like we have been talking about because we've been talking about transportation safety in and around the baseball stadiums, but a few quick sidebar notices for pedestrian safety. Also, to pedestrians, please also to use the crosswalks. If the roads around the stadiums are not closed, please use crosswalks. Do not jaywalk. It is illegal to jaywalk around stadiums as well because local laws, everything else. Also, too, just a quick sidebar notice. Please be also aware when you're buying tickets, please use the official websites for the baseball stadium or the baseball team's websites. Please, please, please be aware of it. Please do not, because there have now been scammers that have been targeting baseball stadiums now as well. Please, please, a lot of teams have now been issuing warnings to go to the official websites for. Please do your research and double check before you buy.
The websites though and the teams will have you use Ticketmaster.
Right, please use Ticketmaster, or if there is an official site that every team uses, because some teams do have it directly on their sites. So check the websites. Please do research before you go to the game. Otherwise, if you don't want to buy tickets in advance, no worries. Go to the stadium. Stadiums are your best bet to go and get tickets. Safe, easy, and you know that is a legitimate ticket because it's coming right from the stadium.
Exactly, you got that right.
So when in doubt, go to the stadium. Yes, You might have to stand in line to get the ticket, but in a roundabout way, it will save you from the hassle of going. And also, too, it makes it easier because that way you go, honey, where's the tickets? Oh, I bought them, dear. Where'd you put them? I don't know. Womp, womp, womp. So, just a few safety reminders for buying tickets as well in terms of along with transportation. Also, folks, please use the crosswalk. Don't jaywalk unless the road is closed. Then if the road's closed, then that's probably understandable and the authority is probably giving you clearance to jaywalk across because the road's closed, so it's safe for you to cross. But also, like it is, check the sites. Make sure you check your tickets, and that. Also, too, when you are parking your car, please also here are some safety tips as well. Make sure A, you lock your car. B, take photos of your license plate. Don't care which one you want to take, either your front or back one. I don't care. And if you're parking next to the lamppost that had those little boxes on the lamppost, if you're parking near those, take a photo of that so you know what section. Unless you want to be that one, and I'm going to make the joke because I want to. Unless you want to be the idiot that takes the little beeping the
fob
and hit the panic button and scare the crap out of people.
Also, it's a good idea.
For using the crap.
It's also a good idea to take a picture of your license plate just in case if they have an announcement saying that your lights are on or your car alarm's going off or you have to move it. You know if it's your car or not.
Exactly, and also too. That way, in case you also don't know where your car is, you can go, well, I can't find my car. And parking attendants can help you as well because, why not? Because parking attendants are usually helpful. Maybe, all the time. Maybe, I don't know.
Also, before we wrap up, I have to say, if you're going shopping in the team store, please do not shoplift.
Yes, please do not shoplift either. That is also against the law, and also, too, you don't want to be fined / kicked out and or banned from any stadiums, because if you're banned in one stadium, more likely you'll probably be banned in probably across the board.
You'd be banned in all of the stadiums.
So please don't do that, because otherwise you will have consequences to attend to, and that does not look good. especially for you or for the little one that you want to bring to the baseball stadium. So coming up, let's see. But anywho, yes, like it is. But anywho, like it is, this is just some transportation advisory notices and reminders and a few safety tips as well as we go into the baseball season as well. So, any other final tips you want to share?
Just want to say, have fun. Yes, have fun, but also be respectful about it. Make sure to follow the stadium's fan and guest code of conduct. If you see something, say something.
Right, and also too, please also like my co-host says, also too, going up with it. Make sure you do not, if you do bring a backpack with you to the stadium, please do not leave it unattended because otherwise it will be detained and searched. And if nobody claims it, it's just going to end up in the lost and found for any Joe Schmo to pick it up. And if you have any security reasons, please alert the security personnel that are nearby, and they will tend to the matter as well. So, coming up on Saturday, April 6th, because this is going to be, you're all going to be listening to this on Friday, April 5th, but coming up on April 6th, we have 6 baseball games going up, starting at 1:10 in the afternoon, followed by, with the last one being at 4:05 that evening. The Chicago Cubs going up against the Dodgers on Saturday, April 6th at 4:05 Eastern Time. Hopefully it'll be a good game because, like it is, the Chicago Cubs do have a good winning streak so far this year as well.
Also, the Yankees will be having opening day at Yankee Stadium against the Blue Jays on Friday.
Right. And right now, for anybody who wants to keep track, coming up, as of Tuesday, April 2nd, the Chicago Cubs have 2 wins, 2 losses right now, with the next game for the Chicago Cubs tonight at 7:40 on Tuesday, April 2nd. And then we will see where we all go from there.
And for the Yankees, they swept the Houston Astros, and they have right now, so far, won against the Diamondbacks last night. They are now going to be playing. Yes, they are now going to be playing tonight at 9:40 against the Arizona Diamondbacks, and then for the series finale tomorrow against the Diamondbacks at 3:40. Then they will travel to Yankee Stadium to play the Blue Jays and the Marlins.
Yay, Blue Jays! The Toronto Blue Jays! Here we go!
That will be Friday, April 5th at 1:05. The Yankees home opener, as it will be opening day at Yankee Stadium. Marcus Stroman will be on the mound, and the Blue Jays pitcher is to be decided. But
yippee!
We will get there when it comes.
Right, you are. And like it is, folks, we all want you all to be safe during the baseball season. So as we continue on, we will have a special bulletin special fun topics relating to baseball as we continue on with our season 3 podcast, because why not? It's baseball season. We will try our best to give you the current standings for our 2 favorite teams, along with everything else in between.
The Yankees are right now in first place in the American League East Division, and the Cubs are right now tied with the Cardinals for 4th place in the National League Central Division.
So, anywho, this has been a fun baseball hitting episode of our Season 3, Episode 6, Safety at the Ballpark. So, hopefully you all enjoyed this fun 6th episode as we go on in the baseball season. Folks, stick around. We have some more fun topics coming up on our Public Safety Future Responders podcast, with Episode 7 diving a little bit more into fun topics relating to... Well, y'all find out in the next episode. I won't spoil it this time around.
Neither will I.
But anywho, this is Fire Tiger rooting for Chicago Cubs.
And this is Medic Dog rooting for the New York Yankees.
We will all see you all out there at